Hey everyone, this is Alisha Costanzo and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to talk about my top 21 of 2021, my favorite books of the year. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying these are in no particular order. I just kind of jotted them down as I saw them, kind of working with the list that I have for the year backwards and kind of jumping around till I filled them all up. So 12 of these are on my favorites for my spread, my favorite book of each month. They happen to all make it. So, alright, let's go through these really quickly. I'm going to give you minor thoughts, and these are all 5 stars. So, 5 stars or 4.5 stars. Something like that. Okay, anyways. Book 1, The On Honeymooners by Christina Lauren. I loved the dynamic of these two and how they were always fighting, and how there were so many wrong perceptions, wrong first impressions that just completely threw the relationship out the window, and then the ending of what was really going on with that relationship and why they were kept separate. So it was actually a pretty cool storyline that I know, like, I get like the cliche bits of it or the formula parts of it, but the characters are so great. The characters are great, and that really makes a book. So there we go. Book number 2 is From Blood and Ash, and I believe this is Jennifer L. Armentrout. Loved it. It's my kind of book, very fantasy, bloody. I love a woman who can take care of herself and willing to cut people open or completely brutalize someone to death for hurting or making fun of somebody who died right in front of her that was her dad. Like, was so into it. Even the like off the wall shit that happened at the end. Oh my gosh, I just loved it. Really hated some, like, this really fired me up a lot of the time because there's a lot of rapey vibes in there. Although we didn't get to see a whole lot of that, thank God. But yeah, I was really into that one. Definitely a good choice. Next, number 3 is The Chemist by Stephanie Meyer. Now, this was a divergent for her because it was like a sci-fi thriller. It was more of a thriller, but kind of had some newer technology things to it. Well, with a lot of chemical things, aka The Chemist, where she was on the run because people were trying to kill, the government was trying to kill her, sending assassins after her. She killed the first 3 of them that they sent, and then they try to trap her into this innocent to get this other guy who's been off the radar too, to see if they couldn't kill each other, and this whole thing happened. And I loved the romance in it. I loved the action in it. I just loved it. It was pretty damn awesome. Really easy read. She is really good at having you connect with her characters. So number 4 is Aurora Rising, and I know this is Kaufman and, oh my god, Kristoff. Kaufman and Kristoff. Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. Yes. So Jay Kristoff I read before with the Nevernight series, and this was, okay, I didn't expect to like this one as much as I did, and I loved it. Like, I knew, again, what was going to happen through it, but I didn't care because the characters and their relationships and their snarky banter and all of this like cool world building, like, it was a cool fucking book. It was a cool fucking book. So, time travel, oh my gosh, if you haven't read it, you should. Number 5 is Beach Read by Emily Henry. This is one of the 2 books that I reread this year, I think. I think it's one of the 2 books that I reread this year. And so I read it in like May, and then I read it again in August or something like that. It was only a little while between the 2, and I loved it just as much the second time as I did the first time. I went out and bought the book because I wanted to support her. I love the book so much. I get most of mine from the library. Oh my god. One I love that is January and August. Her name's January, his name's Augustus. January and August, you know, very opposites. But oh my god. I loved him. I loved him so much, even before she did. I loved him. And then knowing about his past with her before that, reading it the second time, made it so much better. Like, I still think about it all the time. I'm probably going to reread it again. So yeah. And here's another one by Emily Henry, is A Million Junes. This was more of a fantasy version of her type of romance, and it was YA, and it had ghosts and like this other world going on where they could slip into it, out of it. They had like a curse on their family, and it's like this Romeo and Juliet type of thing where they're not supposed to be around each other. They are drawn to each other, and it's just, I really liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. Another one of hers that I read was People We Meet on Vacation, and once again, loved Nick. I like her males a lot. The dark, brooding males who are like they remind me of my husband a little bit, where they're kind of sad and they're kind of dark and lonely, and like just this one person is for them, or they can't be happy. And I just like that. I connect with that a lot, and I think that's what my thing is with Emily Henry. I like those types of characters. So 3 of her books made it on my top 21, so it's a new favorite author of mine. Number 6 is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, and I don't know what took me so long to get a hold of this book, but I liked it. I liked the violence. I liked how nothing went right. I liked how we slowly got the backstory of these 2 characters, how everybody, like, nobody's really safe, and I kind of like that feeling throughout a book. So yeah, I had a few surprises and I really liked it. I really loved the ending. Cliff fucking Hanger, though, by the way. Fucking A. Got another one of her books on my 22 before 2022 list, which you'll see soon. But liked Six of Crows. Next is Birthday Girl, and I think this is Penelope Douglas. This is my first of hers. I also read Bully this year, which was fairly good. But there's something about Birthday Girl, and that was not fantastically written. I'm just gonna put that out there. However, the character and their tension, God, I loved it. I loved it. It's not how I would have written the book, and that didn't matter because I loved it. Yeah. Something about an older man sometimes too is just, it was my thing when I was younger. I don't know why I say stupid shit like that. Anyways, but just, I understood her 19-year-oldness with his 34-year-oldness and how that's appealing. I hope that puts it better. My 2 favorite scenes in this were her coming home angry, slamming her door and putting on music and like driving out the girl he was going to sleep with, and her FaceTiming him but not letting him in scene. Those are like my 2 favorite scenes. Okay, number 10 is The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Levenseller. It's a standalone about a king who you need to stay like 5 feet away from or he'll kill you, and slowly learning that he's kind of made of shadows because anybody who touches him can keep him solid and kill him. So fucking cool of a concept, and I loved how dark he was. I loved how dark she was. I liked how they celebrated each other's darkness, and just the twists at the end were also pretty fantastic. Even though I knew it was going to happen, like, it kept me going, and I want to reread this book. So just putting that out there. I want to reread this. Probably going to be on my list to reread this year. So yes. Number 11 is The Invisible Life of Eddie LaRue. This is another one I want to reread. Another one of those dark, lonely male characters. The freckles, the spray, like the idea of what it feels like to be alive but to feel invisible was fantastic. And that ending, like, I knew it was going to break my heart, but it was the perfect mix of vindication and heartbreak that it made me want to keep reading her books, which I did. I've read another 2 books of hers. I'm going to read more of her. And I'm fascinated by her mind right now. So that was such an excellent book. I need to get me a physical copy, preferably a signed copy, maybe one of the special editions. I don't know, but fucking A, if you haven't read it, read it. Number 12 is Half Off Ragnarok, and this is a encrypted series book, and first of all, I just love Shauna Maguire in this crazy ass family she's made with the Prices, and they're battled against the people who think they're doing good but aren't really, and the people who are bad but aren't really. The whole family is excellent. The characterization and voice of this series is over the top phenomenal. So if you get the chance, please pick up the first book, because Verity is awesome, and so is her brother, which is Alex. Like, both of them are great. Love the cousin, love the dragons, love the boogeymen. Like, I love all of it. So, okay. Number 13 is Sorcery of Thrones by Margaret Rogerson, another one of my favorite authors. Sorcery of Thorns. Sorcery of Thorns? Is that what I said, or Thrones? I keep saying Thrones, and I think it's Thorns. Scribner. I love to say her name was Scribner. And I love just the little slip-ins of, like, bisexuality without really having to, like, slap me in the face with it. Once again, a female being able to take care of herself, and the demon. Oh my god, I loved him. Oh my god, I loved him. Somebody who's supposed to be evil, but still has a glimmer of good in them. But it keeps telling you, you shouldn't trust me, and it's like, well, too bad I fucking do. And yeah, I liked that a whole lot. So number 14 is Why the King of Elfhame Hates Stories. I think that's what it's called. It's the Falconer series. Holly Black, one of my favorite authors. Love her. Loved it. Loved how short it was. Loved the repetition of the story and how it came out differently each time. And it's essentially him living through it is what trapped the creature from harming him. I just love Carden, if I can just be honest. Carden and June. I need to get some fan art and fan memorabilia shit for this, because those guys, I think about them a lot still. It's been a year. Number 15 is The Empress of Assault and Fortune, and I wish I could remember how to say it. Niveau, I think is how you. I have another one of her books for next year, and this was short. I listened to it on YouTube, but oh my god, the strength of the women in this, the backstory and mythology of this was so fantastic. I cannot wait to keep going with the series. Like I seriously need to pick up the next one. I don't think it was available at the time when I read this, like in audiobook form for me to access. So I'm gonna get there, but the imagery and the heartbreak were just great. Artfully done, great style, great voice. Yes. Number 16 is, I think it's We Hunt the Flames. It's the first one. I think it's We Hunt the Flames is for, or is it We Hunt the Stars? We Hunt the Flames. We Free the Stars is number 2. So this is by Hassa Fazil, I think is how you say it. And it's a first of a duology. The second book wasn't as great as the first book, but the first book, mythology in it, once again a strong female character, the fantasy, kind of time warpy thing, the hearts of the goddesses. It's the tension between the two main characters. The guard with the prince, he was fucking hilarious. Like voice in this character, in voice, in scene, in the world building, and it was all, and the tension, it was just all there. It was all there, and it was fantastic. Number 17 is We Are Okay by Nina LaCour. I was close. And this is about a girl who's going through grief, who kind of shuts everybody out of her life and doesn't know how to deal until her former best friend comes and physically pulls her out of it. And I cried so much during this book. Like, it just gave me all the feels. It gave me all of the feels. Not my normal kind of thing, but the feels won. Number 18 is, I think it's Artificial Intelligence. Oh my god, I should have planned better for this, y'all. Artificial Condition, Martha Wells. It's book 2 in the Murderbot series. And I just loved art so much that I had to choose this one out of all of them. I love all of them, but art made this one. The artificial intelligence on the ship pinging through his brain. Oh my god, it was great. Just gets better each time. I also love number 3, to be fair. So I just had a great time with some customers. I don't remember where I am, so let's figure this out. I think it was just talking about artificial conditions and art, the AI, and loving the like feedback loop of him watching shows through the Murderbot. I just love the Murderbot. The next one after that, the number 3 of that one, I don't remember the name of it, but I also really liked the robot in that one and how they developed character in a robot too. So fucking cool. Like, Martha Wells is the bomb. She's one of my favorite authors. So I'm saying so a lot, and I apologize for that. It ain't gonna stop. Number 19 is Savage Prince by Megan March. So there it is again. Let's do a drinking game. Every time I say so, you take a shot. You'll be drunk before we get through the first 3 books. Megan March is one of my favorite authors. She's been for a while. I got a whole bunch of her books for my birthday for my husband because he's amazing. And this is the first in the trilogy. In the Savage trilogy. I should have known that. First one, I really like the tension in the sex club and a lot of the setup for things about to happen. So it was sexy, snarky, and dangerous. All things I love. And of course, cliffhanger, because Megan March is the cliffhanger queen. So yeah. She's got a lot of free books out there, by the way, right now. You should probably get your hands on them. Number 20 is Iron Kissed by Patricia Briggs. I've read a lot of Patricia Briggs this year, but this one I chose because of all the metal stuff and all the fairy stuff that goes along with it, and the continuation of character building from book 1 and 2. I'm pretty sure this is book 3. And, well, let me just say I love Mercy Thompson. I love her character. Again, strong female who can defend herself, ready to kick some ass and take names, good against evil. Fucking love it. This is my genre, if you couldn't tell. Number 21 is going to be Bree's Submission by Red Phoenix. And this was a 10-chapter challenge that I had, and I fell into it. I thought it was just going to be smut, but no, like, it actually teaches you about BDSM and what all these things mean and how you train somebody for this. And it was a school, and there was actually like feelings and stuff, and great characterization and tension. All of it just built, and it was fantastic. If you like smut, this is good smut. This is very, very good smut, but it is smut. It is a lot of sex, just to warn you. A lot of boundary pushing sex, but no rape. Well, that is my 21 best books of 2021. Those are my favorites. I have a lot of favorite authors in there now, and I'm so excited about that. So please, please, please visit my worst books of 2021. I'm sorry, guys, I did it. I don't like talking bad about books, but I do like talking bad about books because I don't want you to read bad books. Yeah. Let me know what your favorites are from 2021 in the comments below. I would love to talk to you about them, have more suggestions. Please let me know what you're reading, how you're doing, all the things, because I love you guys, and I'm building so many more of you guys, part of my community. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!